dice que todo se va. Sáquenme la botella que funda pa' gastarle. Esta noche tú y yo nos vivimos la película. Luce cámara, la acción después en mi recámara. En el duelo no se sabe quién ganará. So baile, baby, ese seguro y retrocede. Que me encanta la manera en que tú lo mueves.
Solo pégate un poquito pa' mí, que yo quiero enseñarte lo que yo tengo pa' ti. Lo que tengo pa' ti. Sé que te va a encantar como meto yo.
What is going on, Cowboy Nation? Welcome back to Primetime Studios. Like always, I'm your host, Primetime Phil, and like always, here we have Gametime Bryan. What's going on? Gametime. You're on your own little personal bubble, a little bit like COVID, where, you know, hey, you stay over there, I stay over here, okay?
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I'm in a bubble, but I'm not in the center of my bubble. There we go. I'll sit way over here
as well. There we go.
What's going on, everybody? Just running around. Just got home about 20 minutes ago. Yes, it's 7 o'clock Eastern, so by the time I got in, got everything put away. We're doing good. A lot of interesting ball games happening now and earlier today. It's a crazy day of football. A lot of upsets, a lot of disappointed Eagle fans that live around me. It is what it is, man. You got to be able to capitalize when you get five turnovers. But we'll break it all down. I don't know too much about the game, but what's going on, Phil? Are you ready for Christmas or what?
Yeah, actually I am. Like you, I was doing a lot of last-minute shopping stuff today. So I was just trying to get everything together in the household as well, too. So things are good here, man. Things are really, really well. Of course, this is my snowy, Christmassy thing right now, just because this is about as close as I'm going to get to snow. So what's up, Gametime, man? I know you're probably sick of the snow. You guys are going crazy up there, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit of snow. Not too bad, but you know, it's just kind of nasty. Very cold outside. Very cold. But we're here. We're excited to talk some football, some Cowboys football tonight, and let's Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit. Man. Yeah, this is a little bit different than most. I'm in a fog.
Yeah, me too, man. I reached out to Gametime and I was like, look, man, I'm gonna be real. Like he goes, well, you know, I got some shopping, I got stuff to do. I go, you know what? I didn't even think about it. I have a whole Christmas party on Saturday. Like, you know, maybe we can squeeze it in on a Sunday, and so it's like I think this ended up being like the perfect time right before your broadcast as well.
Yeah, and I was just telling my wife. I mean, no offense. I really wish I didn't schedule it because I've just been running all day. But I'll be fine once the game starts. But hoping I have some of my Mailhead crew members in there because it's one of those Dallas games I really could care less about. You know what I mean? I just want to get the game over with. No more.
I mean, all we can do is play
series
spoiler, right?
ending. No more. Season-ending injuries and next year injuries. It's just like we need to get through it. I don't know if you saw, but since Washington won and beat the Eagles, we are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts got concussed during it. I saw.
It's not a very resilient football team.
I didn't see until the very end, man. I didn't watch the game because, of course, I was doing a lot of shopping, so I didn't really get back until just after 4 o'clock until the afternoon game. So I saw the tail end of a lot of the games. So I mean, where I go to get for my predictions, I guess now I'm already gonna know if I was right or wrong, right?
Yeah. So Dallas has been eliminated along with the 49ers and the Cardinals. The Cardinals was the one game I got wrong today, but I'm going to get a couple more wrong in the 4 o'clock hour.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals game wrong as well. I thought the Cardinals were going to beat the Panthers. But everything else I've gotten right except for the Thursday night because I forgot to pick it.
Yeah, I took I took the Commanders.
So I did take Houston. I took Kansas City, so my bad. I got 2.
Yeah, I took the Commanders. So
good.
So the Eagles got upset. I'm just shocked. The Eagles gave up 36 points, man. That defense. I don't know. I mean, it caused a lot of turnovers, but you got to be able to win that game when your starting quarterback goes out. What happened? What, did he just take a bad hit or something?
Yeah, well, all I know is when I saw the replay, he was getting up, so it definitely looked like was he running? I'm not really even sure.
Yeah,
so
I assume. I assume.
He was
I'm not real
up
sure, but you got to find a way to win that game. You know, I did see where you got 5 turnovers. You got to find a way to win that game, boys. You got to.
Oscar. I think Oscar really
But yeah, I saw where
surprised.
Drew was he was puffing his chest on Facebook. That Dallas was eliminated. Dude, as far as we're concerned, we've been eliminated.
We wanted to be eliminated. We've been trying to get eliminated.
He's flexing. That's the good thing that happened today. No, dude, you should worry about your squad.
Yeah, no. He just wants to deflect. That's what it is. Deflect over here and stuff like that. Don't be concerned about your thing. You don't. Again, remember, this is the same guy that was coming out saying, "I'm not at all concerned about Washington at all." And I understand starting quarterback goes down.
36 points later, you better.
Yeah, I mean, your defense
you worry
still,
about everybody.
Even with 5 turnovers, I mean, they still allowed that. I mean, that says a lot. But again, Washington, able to come back. I don't really still take them seriously.
Nah, me neither. I don't think Washington's a threat at all. That's why it was so surprising. Because Eagles got out to a good start. It looked like they were. Dude, it's what's on my head. It's a. What do you think is on my head? It's a Santa hat. It's a Cowboys Santa hat. Ho, ho, ho.
Okay,
it's
so
Christmas
CZ
time.
says he got his head slammed to the ground. So was it on a sack or was he running? That's my question.
Yeah, I think I was at the Red Robin. So I looked like he was scrambling, running.
We can go through the game to see what we thought was going to happen because obviously we had it. I mean, we were right on a lot of them. See,
well, look, we can go back to the beginning. Well, like,
for example, of that Thursday night football game. What did you think about that?
Yeah, the Chargers Broncos. Chargers much needed win to tie the Broncos. So I'm not sure how that's. It just basically is going to extend their season. It's basically going to extend it out to where they're both in it. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I would have picked the Chargers if I could. I was going to go to the 2.
I ended up picking the Chargers, and then the Kansas City Chiefs over the Texans. I did have that. The Texans
I had Texans beating Kansas City. I thought this was going to be one of those ones that maybe the Chiefs are going to struggle with at their home stadium, but you got to give them credit. They took care of business. I mean, I didn't even see that, honestly, and this is a weekend of football I really missed a lot. I know when I tuned in to that Houston game, there was a serious injury that had happened. I don't know, in the back of the end zone. So that was another one. I'm like, man, there's definitely some stuff that's happening, and unfortunately, I'm missing it this weekend, really.
Yeah. And then we had, let's see here. Then we had what?
Ravens
what was the next game?
Steelers. Which had the Ravens winning that one, but they, easily doubled the points on that one, it looks like.
Yeah, I had I had the Ravens. I did have the Ravens as well. The Rams versus the Jets today. I did say that I picked the Rams, but I said that was
I thought they could be bigger.
Yeah, upset alert. The Jets had this game for at least through 3 quarters. So, a good job by the Rams. Rams moved to 9-6. Right. So it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out with this game that we're watching now.
Especially when
if Seattle loses, then that might be an issue. So, but then we had the Indianapolis. I had Indianapolis Colts over the Tennessee Titans.
Me too.
So, yeah. And then obviously, so you had the Commanders beating the Eagles?
I did. I did not think it was going to be by much. I thought it was going to be a lot lower scoring game. I was going to think about like the 24 to 23
I'm going to lose this game. I took Seattle.
I took Minnesota on this.
Yeah. Bengals over the Browns. The Bengals blew out the Browns. Falcons all over the Giants.
That was not surprising.
Detroit all over the Bears, which I was kind of surprised at. I picked Detroit, but I thought it'd be closer. Arizona Cardinals, they're cooked. 92%
I thought they were going to pull
of the
this
people.
one out.
They lost. So the Panthers are for real, people, which, and we'll circle back. I have Seattle here, but they're getting ready to lose against the Vikings. I took Buffalo, and Buffalo's up by 10 over New England.
Yeah.
I have
New England was winning that one originally 14-0, I think, until Buffalo got.
I have Jacksonville, but they're losing by 5 right now.
I got Jacksonville as well.
And I took the
took
Niners,
Miami.
and the
Miami.
Niners are losing.
Yeah. So it looks like I took Miami. I didn't know I took Miami. I thought I took the 49ers, but it looks like I took Miami.
There you go. And I took Tampa Bay tonight. So who did you take?
Bay,
Tampa?
I took Tampa as well tonight.
Yeah, we'll get into scores and all that, but looking at some of the scores, Phil, I don't know what you have on the docket. But
Green Bay
looks
versus
like
the Saints.
Yeah. Okay. Green Bay. There's another one. Green Bay versus the Saints.
Yeah, for Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah. I was
I took Green Bay. On
yeah, I took Green Bay as well. But yeah, so Minnesota has held on to win. So looking at some of these finals, everything kind of worked out for Dallas. If you look at it, yeah.
Well, they need people to finish.
Well, nobody in the first 3 games, but the Rams won, right? The Jets didn't upset them. We weren't going to catch the Jets, but the Rams have 9 wins now. That pushes them well in front of us. The Colts, that's a big one. The Colts moved to 7-8, so they still stay behind us in the draft. Right, and the Tennessee goes to 3-12. We were not going to catch Tennessee, so that's a plus. Eagles game doesn't matter. Cincinnati Bengals won. That's good. They go to 7-8. So, are we all right? Because I'm hearing myself.
No. I'm just checking. Oscar was saying the guy that was asking about with the Texans. Looks like he broke his leg. So I'm sorry if you're.
Yeah, Tank Dell. He has a dislocated kneecap, so hopefully there's no nerve damage or nothing. But getting back to that, the Bengals won, Phil, so that's good for Dallas. They go to 7-8, also jumping as of now ahead of or behind the Cowboys in the draft, so we actually move up. The Falcons won. That's another big one because Cleveland's 3-7, Giants 2-13. The Falcons won. They had 8 wins, so they stay behind us. The Lions won. The Bears we were never catching the Bears. The Panthers lost. We were never catching the Panthers, but
there were just certain teams I knew in the top 5.
The Panthers won. So the Cardinals. I would have liked to have seen the Cardinals to win. That would have been the one game. So they're 7-8 right now. So we may fall behind them if we win tonight. Everything else looks good. Seattle lost. No, like we weren't catching New England. We're not catching the Raiders or Jacksonville. We need the Niners to somehow pull this out. But either way, one of these teams are going to have 7 wins.
Yeah, that's true.
Niners, Dolphins.
Wouldn't Niners have a harder schedule, so they would technically be behind us, even if they had the same record?
Oh, okay. So that's how it would work.
I'm guessing because they did finish better than us last year. So, I would assume that would be the
Yeah. So that one, at least somebody's going to have 7. There's only so much. If I had to, I would like to see the Niners win. So, and then that's it. And then we got tonight's game and then tomorrow night's game. So, what are you thinking, Phil?
About
what
this
are you
game?
Thinking about tonight?
When it comes to this game,
look at that.
I'm a little bit surprised just because, we do have guys that are out. Don't get me wrong. I know Diggs is out, these guys and stuff. But I do like some of the play that we've had for some of these guys, these depth players. So I just think it depends on Baker. I really say this is the Baker Mayfield game. If he comes out and he starts slinging it and stuff like that, and they get a running game going with White and Irving, then that's going to be a dangerous Tampa Bay team that can actually go down here and start scoring like crazy. But if Baker Mayfield comes out and starts doing his I'm going to win this game and just dominate, he could actually just start throwing interceptions like crazy because. As much as it is, when you look at these two matchups, Dallas should be easily the one that wins this if every of the starters and everything were playing. But that's not how the case goes, man. We got a lot of starters out across the board, a lot of IRs, a lot of people that are just not coming back, that had long careers as well. So with all that taken in mind, to me, I just think Tampa Bay should be able to dominate this game. just because I do think our offense can score and drive down the field against them, but can they do it consistently with Cooper Rush at the helm? I don't know, man. Even with some of the games I've seen him play, this past game, he played amazingly. But, again, that was against not a great defense and an offense that's just, But this, to me, when you look at Tampa Bay, at least everything is average, if not above average, you know?
Yeah. Tampa Bay is playing for a playoff spot,
Yeah.
right? So it's like they have more to play for, but we're playing loose. We're actually playing
Nothing to
good.
lose,
We lost Diggs, so
We can play
it'll be
spoiler the next
interesting
3
to
games,
see.
basically, is what we can play the next 3 games, and spoiling ourselves, really, if that's the case, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with some of these games, I don't know how it's been in the past. I know Baker will give you an interception or 2, but in these primetime type games against an opponent like Dallas, I think he'll do well. I think he'll turn it up and he'll do a very good job. I expect Tampa Bay to win, and I would imagine at least by double digits.
Yeah, exactly. Rookie QB beat Jalen Carter. Listen, man.
Trophy winner.
I said, I did predict a close game, and I said the Commanders. So, not overly surprised. I gave them respect. Again, I thought Eagles defense played well at times from what I could gather. I didn't watch the game, but just hearing on the way home, we were listening to the post-game show.
Here's the go. There's about 3 minutes or so in the game, and Washington's driving it, and he throws an interception. I mean, he hits the corner. Like, it's not a great throw, but it's a great play by the defensive back. Gets popped up in the air. They intercept it. They kind of run it down. Like, right there, the running game. If you can get the running game going, you're running out that clock, and they just didn't, and so they have to go for the field goal, and then they gave Washington just enough time to be able to do their thing. So you got to kind of blame that a little bit too on the offense not being able to grind the game out, even though the defense did get another turnover to at least try to eliminate the game. So
yeah, and again, you have everything you wanted. Barkley breaks off the big run. You're up 14 points. Again, any hope that they were getting a 1 seed is over. Now I'm seeing a lot of, I see a lot of posts, we really didn't want to have the bye week. It's funny how you have revisionist history. You always want the bye week, people. Injuries. You see injuries all over. I would say, don't worry about the loss
you're 100?
today. Like if you're,
Oh, you win now. I was just gonna add on to yours where you say you 100% move on to the next round compared to that possibility that you're gonna lose.
Absolutely. It's one less game, one less wear and tear, one less possible injury. The only good thing I would say to the Eagle fans is Jalen didn't get hurt like a knee or something. He just got concussed. He'll be fine next week. Maybe,
or just,
depending, because you got Minnesota came back and won. That's another crushing blow to the Eagles. So they can't catch them, or Detroit. It's over. So maybe the Eagles will start resting people, which, we don't need them resting them against us. We want their best, but, I don't know. You may not see Jalen this week. We may not see Saquon this week. There you go. They're showing the highlights now. I didn't see the last drive. Would Jalen go right down and carve up that defense? I didn't see
about Jalen Daniels. Yeah.
Jaden. Carve him up at the end.
He
36
did okay.
points. How the hell you give up 36 points after you get 5 turnovers? I mean,
like, there was times where he was missing things like that, but I mean, otherwise he was able to drive it down. It was just very good clock management. Let's just say that the coach did well.
I
with the
did
clock
see. I was pounding down my Red Robin burger when I saw a stat, and it reminded me of Dallas. The Washington Commanders were 0-9 against playoff teams or something, and they have 1 loss against non-playoff teams. And who do you think that is? That would be the Cowboys beat them, remember? Dallas went into Landover and busted that ass. I really did. I mean, I thought it was a possible upset, but when I saw that the Eagles were up 14 points, I just assumed they were going to roll.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny Flickett, little hands Flickett, looked like he was moving pretty well, but next thing you know, I'm getting alerts on my phone, and I'm like, holy shit. The Commandos are storming back. What's up, EJB? How are you? William Tilton, Arturo Gomez, Oscar. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I'm
right
digging Phil's stuff here.
Yeah, thank you, man. He kind of pushed me. He's like, hey, man, do some Christmas stuff like you did last time. And I'm like, yeah,
well,
you know
I
what?
thought he would just have it like, saved. You know,
Yeah.
you could just blink, blank, blink, blank.
I like to save stuff, but I don't like to repeat. I mean, that's the one thing. So with the background, some of that is like customized. And so I don't like to repeat things. So I'm weird like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, whatever.
So 49ers is
Clemente,
2 minutes.
what's up, brother?
Oh,
Got your coffee
Brock
cup.
Purdy just throws an interception to the Miami Dolphins with 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes left.
That's not good.
Yep, so it looks like Miami's going to seal this game out, but San Francisco does have 3 timeouts. So, but I think they were
Eagles
pretty
had
early
7
in the drive.
points when Hurts got hurt.
Oh, okay. That is true. That is true. So, I mean, they
David
scored quite a bit
Cowboy,
then.
what's up, my man?
Drew's still crying.
Well, I think the absence speaks volumes.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to.
I think the cave lights just went on. There's a bunch of them in the cave. You got Hamid hiding in there. You got CZ in the house. I appreciate CZ.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
That's what they talk about. Just keep it going, man. Keep talking that trash.
Oh god. So Ultra's on a roll.
Yeah, Ultra is.
CZ, it was a tough one. I didn't watch it, bro. CZ, I was at the Gloucester Atlas freezing my ass off. I have a video that still won't upload, so I don't know.
It is still dropping.
Dropkick Murphy. Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out, William. The Dropkick Murphys have the best Christmas song. I'll have to check that out. I probably heard it.
Yeah, it was a great game with the Commandos. I got to look back in a lot of these games, man. It's just by the time I got to the afternoon, we even I got for her a puppy. So that was a big
puppy?
one. Yes, we got a puppy.
Oh,
so, yes.
What kind of puppy?
It was a Yorkie poodle.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So.
A Yoodle.
A Yoodle.
Or a Porky.
So getting our family bigger as
Wild Boy Trey. CD needs 22 receptions over the next 3 games to break the reception record.
Drew. There you go.
What's up, Wild Boy Trey? Randy
McIntyre.
McIntyre, Philly got run over by a reindeer. Yeah, we should play that song. I didn't see any of the game. I saw about the only. I mean, I must be the Eagles' good luck because when I stream the Eagles, they win. The part I was watching was when Saquon ran the long one for a touchdown while I was pounding down my Red Robin burger. So
you just not watch?
As soon as I stopped watching, they went in the shitter. So I'm sorry, guys. It's my fault. Touchdown, New England. Look at this.
Miami got the first down.
New England's making it a game against Buffalo. Bang, bang.
Yeah, so anyways, you want to talk a little bit about this Cowboy team? And,
all right, Wild Boy. I hear you, bro. George, DC for life. I'm not bragging.
No.
I'm not bragging at all. I thought for sure they were up 14 points. I thought for sure they had it in the bag. Even though I picked the Commandos to win a close game, once it was up, I figured they were going to roll. But it is what it is, man. Give them some rest.
I would. Yeah. I would.
You should be worried. Well, Vinny, I think we all kind of know what's going to happen, but we'll have to see. Oh my God, I got Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo's
so much for
winning.
sweeping the East, right?
Yeah, no more sweeping East talk. Now I got my friends that are saying, well, we didn't want the 1 seed anyway.
Miami touchdown.
Look at that. Devin A-Chain. It's a wrap, baby. I got my friends who are Eagle fans saying, we don't want the 1 seed. We want to, we can't have the bye. Well, you can't technically have it now because you didn't earn it, but Now you want the bye, brother. You see injuries all around the league. You want that damn bye if you can get it.
Especially with hard-hitting playoff football, you know. Man, that was a heck of a hole right there.
Wild boy Trey, we might just actually win a game that we shouldn't win next week. Because Eagles probably are going to sit everybody.
And I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't say Tampa Bay is for sure going to win it. I mean, you've been seeing how this team plays, and if Tampa Bay just gives you a little bit of a sliver, this Cowboy team is definitely able to beat them. So that's why, you know, even on the other side, if we were still in the hunt, I still would put Tampa to win this one. But I still think Dallas can definitely pull off the upset. Tampa Bay's got to be the favorite, right?
Yeah. Tampa Bay's the 4-point favorite here. Look at Jacksonville with under a minute to go, driving with the ball. Welcome to the witching hour. I didn't see any of the game, Wild Boy. So what, he dropped some balls? I didn't see any. I didn't see much of anything. Devontae Smith has butterfingers.
I saw that. There was like a third down. I don't know about earlier in the game, but I know there was a third down and four, and then he drops the ball. That would have been a first down, and they wouldn't have had to kick the field goal. I think that might have been your game because, you know, without how many seconds there were left in the game by the time they scored, that would have been a big difference maker. So that one drop can mean the difference between winning and losing, man.
Eagles had 5 turnovers and stole. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I don't have to be impressed or not. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to comment because I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, I still got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it at this point. It's an L.
So Country Boy says touchdown for New England was overturned. Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Wow, boy, Trey's poking. He's poking.
Wow. You know, again, I got Buffalo, so it doesn't matter to me either way. Now they're going for.
I agree with the comment, but
now. So what's this? A field goal or is this the extra point? I guess that's the field goal.
So right now I see.
They counted it. It's 24-21. Onside kick incoming. Jaden Daniels is levels above Hurts. Here we go.
That's what I'm saying. They poke it.
Here we go. Well, actually, I saw one guy say that this is why Jalen's the MVP. Because, like, one thing I'll say about the Eagles, when they lose any of their major guys, they're not very resilient.
I wouldn't put it on that.
When they played Tampa, they lost AJ and Devontae, and they got cooked. Today, they were rolling with Hurts in the game. He gets knocked out, and then they lose. So
yeah, but they did still score 30-something points with their backup guy. Their running back is the main thing. That's the reason
why. That's where your defenses has to
Barkley
step up and say, no, we got you back, not give up 36 points. So
yeah, to me, it's Barkley, not Hurts. I mean, your offense kept going. Do you put 30-something points up with? I don't know. I can't say. You know what happened in the previous game, right? How much did he put up in the previous one?
David Cowboy says a Kenny Flickett looked better than Hurts. Yeah, I didn't see it, so I'll take your word for it. I mean, Hurts has been struggling. Other than last game, he had a real good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Saquon is the Eagles team. Wild Boy Trey, and he was handed. They basically, the dumb Giants organization didn't want to pay the man. And Saquon is the best running back in the league for my money. He just is. He's the most explosive. Any speed that Saquon may have lost, they couldn't. He's got it all back and then some. He's all that. He's an explosive running back, and he burned the Commandos early in the game. So looks like Buffalo got the onside kick. This should be a wrap here. Yeah, wow, but I hear you, brother. But it takes a little bit of time, in my opinion, for a team to adjust to a backup quarterback. Sometimes that's why, like, you'll see a backup quarterback maybe come in and do well, but then that next game struggle because their game planned on. They were able to. Hurts was out early enough, I would think, Phil, right? That the Commandos were able to go back, do some, look at the film and say, okay, this is what they're doing. and it takes certain things away. I did see the one slant. I was still pounding my onion rings where Kenny Flickett dropped his leg. It planted. I threw a slant, and it was a great play by the Commanders linebacker, Luvu, I think. He dropped right into the lane. But anyway, Lions putting up 40 versus Eagles. Lions are putting up 40 against everybody. But if Eagles are going to give up 36, they'll give up 40 to the Lions. That's for sure. Because let's see here. What was the Commandos' average? I mean, I'm curious what their average scoring was. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely surprised by how high they were getting. I thought the defense, because every time I looked, I did see that the defense was doing a good job getting those interceptions and getting those turnovers. But then I kept seeing the game. When I saw the game close, I was like, okay, wait, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they averaged 28 points a game. So, it's 28.9 to be exact. So I don't know if that's including today's game, but their offense is 5th in the league. Eagles is 6th in the league. So they're very comparable, believe it or not, with the Eagles offense. 373.9 yards a game to 373.2. It was just a good NFC East battle. Again, not real surprised with the outcome. Just surprised how it happened. But like I said, I didn't watch it, so for me to comment too much any way or another, I just know looking at it, how do you get 5 turnovers? I'm sure Drew watched it. I thought I saw him in here.
Well, I mean, when Hurts
how do you get 5 turnovers and still lose? That's
when
the
Hurts played
part.
them last time. I know Washington had more of their starters as well. They only scored 26 points, and I remember that being at the very end, wasn't it? So, Barkley had 146, and there Hurts looks like he threw for 221. So I mean, that might have been the difference there.
Yeah. I mean, Hurts. He seems like that I think he offers the run maybe that you have to respect a little more. Maybe that's the only thing I could think. That but still, I did watch when you have your QB Washington stacked the line of scrimmage. Okay, yeah, like I said, Drew, I didn't watch it, so I just
eventually I'm gonna go back.
Every time I looked up, there was a turnover.
But let's talk about. I mean, as much as we may be discussing, okay, hey, this is this stat about Hurts, and I don't think he can do this, and I can, we can debate that all he wants, but one thing I think we all can agree on is that a running quarterback, if you put him as your main thing, it's gonna. Eventually, these type of things do happen.
Especially in the cold, man.
Yeah.
That's just frozen tundra out there. I was freezing today. So, but anyway, let's circle back to our game tonight and what to expect. And what are you expecting tonight, man? I mean, offensively, do you like the over-under for this game is 48.5, or I've seen 48 and 48.5. So they're expecting a lot of points.
To me, I want to look at our matchup. Yeah. I'm thinking about matchups through these things. I mean, are we really thinking about losses and wins? That's kind of like the end results of these things, and we don't know which way they're really going to go. We think Tampa Bay is going to win, but we know Dallas can pull up an upset here. They have enough weapons, even with being crutched with the backup quarterback and some of the offensive linemen out, your defensive line rushers out. So there's a lot missing. But even with that, even with all the laundry list of stuff, there's still a possibility, and I think that's what you just say. I mean, there is still talent on this roster. So I mean, to me, I think everything about this game will rotate around what Baker Mayfield is able to do and not do. If he's just going to get cocky and start slinging it and he doesn't, and it's just too much pressure for him because he knows he has to win, and Dallas really doesn't have to, so they go a little bit looser. You were talking about that, the looseness that they're going to go into maybe with this game.
Yeah, a little bit, I would think.
Yeah, even with the past couple games, you kind of seen them playing a little bit loosely, and yeah, they've looked pretty good, but against lower talent again. So I'm interested to see how that same kind of thing, if you're playing loose, how that goes against a possible playoff team in Tampa. But again, I say the whole game will rotate around around what Baker Mayfield. Whoa, waskety wabbit.
Wascally Wabbit. Well, I just keep going back to, you say play down to the talent. The Commanders were 0-9 against teams, playoff teams.
Buffalo barely
So
won
it's just funny. They got their first win against a playoff team today, and they were undefeated against non-playoff teams except one, the Dallas Cowboys. So go figure. The up is down, down is up. But tonight's game, I do think that we're playing against the number 32nd rated pass defense. They give up a lot of yards via the pass. So everybody wants Rico, and I get it. Rico has been really, really good over the last month, 5 weeks. But in order to win this game, and I'm on record that I hope we lose a good one, but I know nobody wants to hear that. But I'm not going to root. Once the game starts, I'm rooting for the Cowboys. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah,
but,
I agree.
I'll just say that in order to win the game, they're going to have to throw the ball to ultimately win. You got to put up points, because I do believe, like Phil says, we're going to see good Baker. They got Mike Evans. They got Bucky Irving. They got Rashad White. They have a lot of weapons. Their offensive line is decent. So I don't think Godwin's playing. I think Godwin is out. Az, man, what's up, man? Where you been, bro?
Ultra.
So, CZ, yeah, if Michael Irvin says he's elite, listen, Hurts is a good quarterback. We're playing, but, we don't know that he's anything more than that. He's a good quarterback. Here we go. Updated division, 13-2, 13-2. So it's locked, basically. Feel bad for Minnesota. They're locked into a wild card at 13-2. Do you believe that,
isn't that
Phil?
crazy? That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. I think you should be able to get in if your division, but I still think it should have to do with records.
I think the easiest team on this list right now is Washington. Thank God you would play them at home. So Eagles would be the 3 seed, so they would get Washington again if the playoffs were to start today. I think that's the best possible scenario for the Eagles.
I think so too. I think they could beat them.
Is to play Washington. I think Washington's limited. I do. They don't have a great running game. They don't have a great. I mean, they're a great offense, but I think a lot has to do with Jaden Daniels running the ball. I think if you leave Jaden Daniels back there, and leave him in the pocket, I think you beat him. But I don't know. The Vikings' offense is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I think Washington's the weakest link.
I think what's coming out of that NFC South,
divisional game, you know how it works.
I think whatever comes out of the NFC South is your weakest link.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
You are the weakest link.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I mean, look at that. I mean, you got Atlanta. No. New Orleans. Even if they were in there, they couldn't do it. Tampa Bay. That's your probably your team there. Who's the other one? Carolina, right? But Carolina's not in the match, so it's like again Tampa Bay, Atlanta kind of thing. So I think that's your weakest.
Brian, he got a lot first down running the ball. Who? Jaden Daniels. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see too much. Vinny, statistically, they're not a poor defense, though. That's the thing. Like, we're hearing more and more fans they talk about it. The Eagles are a good defense, so we got to give credit to Washington. Hey, Game Time. What's up, Jay? How are you, man? How are you?
Yeah, man, I got to give them credit in the sense that
yeah,
I was with you. I thought Washington was going to win a close one, but once they start to get on a lead, I think they have that recipe on the actual offense to be able to kind of grind the game out, and it's a big advantage. You just got to be able to do it. Washington, of course, they were able to stop them, get enough, to be able to win it at the end. So I was definitely surprised. I got to give Washington their credit. They've done that, twice now this year, where they won at the last possible seconds of the game.
What did he get thrown out for? What the hell does CJ GJ? What did he get thrown out for?
He's always
I
getting
saw
in trouble
Slay
for
early in the
something that has
game
nothing
make
to
a
do with him.
couple plays, and then he gets toasted, and then he goes out with a mystery injury. I never seen a guy, Darius Slay, leave the game more times than Slay, and then he's fine in the next game. So it's like,
no, Kyle Hamilton, that guy, like, he's a great safety, but that dude is hurt every single game. Like, he reminds me of me on the playground when I was like in
let him
third
play.
grade. Like, I just get hurt and cry every single day. And it was like they just.
Oh man, 2 personal fouls. All right, well, let's get into this game.
Yeah, I want to hear what your take is.
All right, my take is
because I'm with you, man. I think
as soon as I
running
this
game, the run game against, I was going to say the exact same thing on my side, and I kind of got sidetracked, but you brought it up. The Vita Vea, I think those guys, those defensive tackles, those are big. Those are big guys. I mean, I'd imagine the one thing that in this offense that we have a great thing is the center offensive line. So I'm interested to see this battle between these guys to see if you can get some running game going with this type of line. But otherwise, yes, I agree. There should be some stuff in the secondary, but man, it goes with Cooper Rush, right?
Yes. Well, I'm looking at the Cowboys inactives. You got Justin Rogers, Tyra Sweet, Deuce Vaughn, Wanye Thomas has not been active.
Yeah, well, he's like
Here's the
IR.
big one, everybody. Here's the big one. Eric Kendricks is out tonight, not playing. No Eric Kendricks.
The travel for the
No
holidays.
TJ Bass.
See?
No
Starter,
TJ
starter.
Bass. And Jalen Brooks.
Those
So,
starters.
what's that?
No, just all these starters and stuff. Again.
Yeah. So, their leading tackler, Eric Kendricks, is out with a calf. So, looks like Damone Clark is going to get some run. The offensive line will be Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe back at center, Brock Hoffman at right guard, and Terrence Steele at right tackle. The Buccaneers inactives, Antoine Winfield, the safety's out. Cade Otten, tight end, out. KJ Britt, linebacker, out. Jose Ramirez, I don't know, sounds like a baseball player, linebacker, out. Royce Newman and Ernest Brown. So that's it.
Yes, they're out. That's not their IRs,
yeah.
because obviously they have Godwin's out, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So we're fine on the offensive line. Edoga is active, so if there's an issue there at left tackle, we'll have that. We'll have him to come in unless he might even get spot duty because Dallas has not wanted to he come clean, but Edoga has actually been taking some of his snaps. He's been watching from the bench, so
he's been guarding and blocking the bench.
Yeah, Balake. But yeah, he's been guarding the bench. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what they do in line. Obviously, they'll have Maris Leofau, right? They'll have Leofau, they'll have Damone Clark, and probably Buddy Johnson and company will be getting some run.
Reps,
so
a lot of
you got Diggs out.
A lot of guys with no names in the linebacker position other than some of those main.
Yeah, that's why linebackers a sneaky need. There's the Saquon run. Two. Damn.
Two. Offseason of two.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing right now. I hope that they tier as far as importance, but you want them to take the best possible. I think wide receiver first round is looking more and more likely unless one of those defensive guys drops to us. Mason Graham, which I don't know that they would pull the trigger on, even though he would be the best guy on the board. Maybe Abdul Carter. I think that would be a no-brainer. But linebacker is a sneaky need. So it'll be very interesting.
I would love Carter just because then you could definitely feel good about moving on from a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence because you do have Nealon and Sam Williams as your backup. Yeah.
Speaking of D-Law, our fearless Netflix star, the owner Jerry Jones said, "Don't count out D-Law returning." So we'll see. He likes
I'm okay with that. Again, I'm not.
I don't have a problem with it, but don't promise shit or don't say shit that you have no intention on doing. The Cowboys probably in the background saying, "Hell no, hell no, to the no."
Cut his mic. Cut his mic. He's like, no. He's like, I'm going to negotiate with him. Now, I mean, again, like I said, anybody that gets him when he's healthy and he's on the field, man, a great piece. It just, he's had to deal with injuries and stuff, but when he's on the field and if he goes against us, I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I still think he's still got it. Now, is he a force in every single play? Heck no. But I still think he can make a difference, especially if you don't have that guy that's on the other side of like a Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
See, if you were to have like a Lawrence and you were to get in Carter, what would you do there then? Would you put Micah roaming around then, and then Lawrence, and then Carter on the other side?
Yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, I would. Well, because you really don't know what you have with Sam Williams. Yeah. I think if they were to get an Abdul Carter, but see, you don't know. The idea is to address this shit before the draft.
Yeah, obviously. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like if you can have the ability to draft best player available, and you're sitting there, and your defensive tackle Graham is gone, and
no offense, everybody, but if D-Long wants to win a Super Bowl, he should probably leave. As much as I want to win, I think we'll be relevant next year. It's a stretch to say we'll be in the Super Bowl. We'd have to do a lot of things right.
Yeah, I say
let's
2
put
or
it
3
this way,
years,
Phil.
we could be something.
We would have to do a lot of things that we haven't done in the last couple of years, which is win free agency a little bit, actually play
another one.
So that's what we would have to do. What's up, Twiz? How are you, brother? A tough loss today, but. Maybe it takes some pressure off and you can rest some guys. Look at the bright side. It's cold as shit outside. But all right, man, let's get to our predictions so I can get out of here and get a little rest before we go live. I go live in a few minutes. What do you go? Do you want me to go? I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead and go first.
It's no surprise because I did it this morning just in case. But I have. Well, the line is Dallas is getting 4 points, or at least they were this morning, and the over-under is 48.5. I got Buccaneers 24, Cowboys 23 in a very close game. So take a Cowboys and the under. That's what I would take.
So what was your score? Let me see. What was that?
24-23.
Ooh, that's a really good
Buccaneers.
Score. That's a really good score. I think I'm gonna go on the opposite side. I'm gonna go to where I'm not going to Tampa. I'm not gonna pick Dallas. Don't give me that. I'm not going on that opposite side. I'm gonna say that Baker Mayfield actually can go off a little bit on this game and actually does show up. And I think they get to at least 30. So I'm gonna say 30-17. And they win by double digits. That's why I thought that you could win by double digits. And I think Baker has at least enough in him to be able to do something. Because if they can get one of those nights where Baker only does 2 drives where he doesn't get that offense down the field, but he gets it with every other one, they're definitely going to win. But Cooper Rush has that same ability. So when you look at these two matchups, it's funny how Cooper Rush can actually take it to Baker Mayfield. But I think it's going to be one of those games where I think 30-17. There you go, Randy.
30-17. 30-20 bucks. There you go. Smart guys think alike. Look at that. So
putting these up here so people can get their scores in. So anything you want to say to the guys before we get out of here?
Not really, man. Not really. Just like I said, I'll be going live in a little bit in a few minutes, and we'll be able to get everybody rolling, and we'll talk about it. We'll be able to watch it. I don't care if anybody says what happens beforehand because we don't care right now. No. Merry Christmas. Everything happened well for Dallas today as far as teams that had records that were similar to ours. A lot of those teams won. So, we didn't lose any ground in the draft. We're only going to increase our draft slot, if at all, unless we go ahead and win this game tonight. I'm a little concerned because now the Eagles lost, and they may be sitting everybody next week. Yeah. So that may give us a win that we don't necessarily need. I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative, but at this point, we all knew we were eliminated. I saw Drew's post on Facebook, excited that Dallas was eliminated, but again,
well, we're excited we're eliminated. Shit.
Yeah, we were eliminated weeks ago in our minds. We didn't want to make the playoffs. You had too many injuries, too many backups, too many devastating injuries that we need an offseason.
Like even if you win a game or so, all you're doing again, you're prolonging the inevitable.
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing on the social media. Everybody wants them to sit players, Drew. So don't be surprised if you sit some players now that you can't get the 1 seed. You're in a perfect spot to play the easiest team in round 1 at home. Get immediate revenge against the Commandos. So that's all. That would be your best bet, but I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, but that's probably what's going to happen. You may not see Jalen Hurts this week. You may not see Saquon. We'll see. But then again, it's Dallas week, and at least growing up, they always wanted to beat Dallas, regardless of their season. So that's it, man.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up because, of course, you got a broadcast at your side in about, 8 or 10 minutes?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's
might be
set for
8:15.
So
might be 8:15.
it might be 8:05. We'll see.
All right, Brian, I appreciate you coming through. Obviously, I'm going to see you way before then, so I'm going to tell the people at home, have a very Merry Christmas, man. I know you want to say that the same well, right?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, and hope everybody has a safe holiday. Yeah, just watch out for the idiots out there driving, man. It's crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. But whatever.
It is.
Be careful.
Well, I appreciate everybody coming through. Definitely share, talk trash, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better about your team losing. Sorry, about your team maybe even winning. But anyways, everybody enjoy the holidays. I think that's the biggest thing. Family, no injuries for any of the teams. I don't wish that upon anybody. But one thing I do wish that you would do is do what?
Always ring that bell, everybody.
Damn right, guys. You guys take care.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day.
Talking prime rib in bed. I'm using a blanket as a napkin. That's fancy. That's fancy.
Real fancy.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup.
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I think we handled that with dignity.
Free candy!
Johnny loves Chachi!